All right. You know what I mean? Of course, you know what I'm saying. I just do the live. I'm doing this live videos because it doesn't take up a lot of space. And as soon as I publish this shit, I just save it and it'll be right on YouTube. Supposed to just recording it from my phone and then running out of space because I don't know how long I will be talking. Right. You know what I mean? So it's no purpose. You know what I mean? But if you watch this video, you know what I'm saying? This is your boy L Kizza, Loud and Crazy, the rapper nobody ever heard of. Mm. But you can call me Antonio. Mm. You know what I mean? This is my YouTube channel, and I mean, I advise you, you know what I'm saying, just randomly come across my videos, post and subscribe to them. If you would like to, that's cool. You know, that's always a plus. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for nobody to pop on here. You know, at any time soon. I ain't invited nobody. But so let's just get straight to it, man. Let's go ahead and give a 6 second. Let's go ahead and give a 6 second moment of silence. And let's share our condolences for Nipsey Hussle and you know what I'm saying his wife and his kids or you know what I'm saying and whoever was closely related to him. Let's you know what I'm saying, give our condolences to the for the people that's in Crenshaw and on Slauson. You know what I'm saying that was they got to witness. You know what I'm saying a big part of the movement. You know what I mean that he was sparking. You know what I'm saying in his community. You know what I'm saying and doing a lot of things. Nipsey Hussle was also doing a lot of things with the children. You know what I mean, and doing a lot of stuff for the schools. You know what I mean in that neighborhood and for random people, man. If you was in that neighborhood, Nipsey Hussle, you know, mess around. People had jobs, man. Hustle was giving old people, man, people that been there, been crackheads. You know what I'm saying? That just left their life in the street. You know what I'm saying? He was pulling them out off the curb. You know what I'm saying? Giving them jobs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. But what I also want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about a various of situations that could have happened. Now, you know what I'm saying? These things I'm talking about, they ain't happening. Well, I can't say that they happen. I'm just going to talk about some things that could happen and why it's important that just basically the gang bang, the whole thing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is a prime example of why it's never a good thing to gang bang. And it's never taken well by everyone. You know what I mean? That you change your life around. Because report the video footage shows they say they got video footage of the dude coming back multiple times shot Nipsey. The dude was from Nipsey's affiliated circle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was well known in the hood or whatever. But let's just say that the dude wasn't. He was a this what gangbangers and people that want to change their life around got to realize. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple, like I said, it's a couple things I'm gonna go through. Just you know what I'm saying. But one of the things is just say if it was just some dude that just was from another set. You know what I mean? The thing about gang banging is you might have already did your dirt. Mm. You know what I mean? And you already may have killed motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? As soon as a person says, you know, I'm a gang banger, I'm affiliated with this gang, right. You see what I'm saying? Then you already, you know what I'm saying, are kind of like, you know what I mean? You could change. And that's what you want to do. But let's just get one thing understood that you will once be, like I say, when somebody says that they're a gang banger, right. Just already take it as they kill somebody. They done rode up on some dudes, they done start shooting at people. All right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's gonna be people that's gonna want to get them back regardless. Like if you helping your community, these dudes that you shot at, right? These dudes that you robbed, bro, they ain't trying to hear none of that. Right, they ain't trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately for Nipsey, it was one of his own dudes, but here go another point I'm supposed to make. You, if when you make that flip to be a positive person, as far as anyone who comes to you, right, you know what I'm saying? You positive and you reaching out and you uplifting people and all this and that. That's a good thing. Right, you know what I mean? That's a good thing. So don't get it twisted. But you can't. Let's just if you are an entertainer, stuff like this, like with Triple X, Temptation, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. You cannot be a celebrity, right? You know what I'm saying? And you out here in the streets, bro. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Now, is it Nipsey Hussle was a part of his community and never thought that, but that's what would happen. Right. Well, we've seen enough movies. We've seen so many movies over and over. Nipsey, with people like Nipsey Hussle, but it's always somebody in your own backyard. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's either gonna knock you off or that it just coming. Right, it's just coming, and it's gonna come when you are comfortable. You feel like you got the respect of everybody, which Nipsey Hussle did have the respect of everybody, but then he lost the respect of somebody. Now, see, you on a big scale. So when you clown this person, or when you see what they try to, let's just say this was the situation. Let's just say this is a fact that this was the situation. When you take it up on yourself to go and discipline somebody, right, and then that person gonna get upset, bruh. Because you're not just a regular dude. Hey, you're not just a regular person anymore. Man, you a celebrity, bruh. You man, everybody know you, man. Everybody know you. Everybody knows from Jay-Z to Beyonce to the Brat to Tweet to you know what I'm saying, to all the West Coast rappers. Anybody from California know you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody respect you. From Too Short to Ice Cube. Some of the big name rappers have put their face out here to let it be known that Nipsey Hussle was my guy. Right. And Nipsey Hussle was my guy too. I listen to Nipsey Hussle music, and I've been listening to Nipsey Hussle ever since Hustle in the House with the Criss Cross beat, one of his first tracks. You know what I mean? I've been listening to Nipsey Hussle since Bullets Have No Name. And just a quick story about it. From where I'm from, there was 6 O's. And, you know, growing up, I was heavily around the 6 O's, you know. I was around them. Most of the people that I know are from some type of O set. They either from 90s, 60s, 20s, 40s, 30s, rolling 30s. You feel what I'm saying? Like, most of the people that I know are from neighborhood. Most of the majority of the people that know me are from neighborhood. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of my time around them as far as my family members. And so in 2006, you know, I didn't care about gang banging. I felt no use to stay in it. If I'ma always end up having to kill people or rob or do some fucked up shit to somebody if we catch them slipping or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So it served no purpose for me. So I gave it up. So now I'm in school, and I was going to a business school, a career training school, a business school for business. You know what I mean? And a dude was in my class, And the dude knew that, back in the day, you feel what I'm saying? So the dude handed me a CD. Right, you know what I mean? And the CD had Nipsey Hussle name. It was a bootleg. It was a little bootleg CD. And the dude said, you should listen to this. Yeah. And I was like, who is this? He was like, this is a dude named Nipsey Hussle. He from Rolling 60s. So, I was just like, all right. And I listened to it. And, I didn't really too much care for the album. I didn't really too much care for the CD, but I liked that the dude was like some stuff that he was saying. For one, the way that he rapped all together. We're not even gonna talk about the words that he's actually using. Let's just talk about the way that he rapped. His cadence and everything is totally new to me. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody that raps like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was captivated by. How he was doing these short wordplay with the short pauses in between. Right. See, Nipsey had a dude that just keep going and going. Nipsey Hussle was a dude that he expands his, you know what I mean? He says a quick few words, pause, quick few words, pause, quick few words, pause. And at the way that he's delivering it. Now we can go into the words that he's actually using. He's actually on some deep stuff. And what I like one of the things I like about Nipsey Hussle is that he doesn't really promote gangbanging like that. It's a total difference between him and YG. YG is blood this, blood that, 400, treetop. Like, with every song he come out with, Bick and Back, being Bull. Everything is a blood thing. He ain't from Crenshaw, he from Brenshaw. You know what I mean? He's most definitely promoting the gang thing, where Nipsey Hussle, most of his music, a lot of his music, it's beyond the gang. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's what I liked about him, that he really didn't carry the gang like that. You know what I'm saying? That he really didn't promote, you know what I'm saying? He was on some deep meaning type stuff. And I respected that about him, because I didn't want to hear that all the time either. I don't want to just hear about gangbang. We've been hearing that stuff since the 80s, bro. We ain't, I'm personally, individually myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too thrilled about when somebody comes out with some gangbanging shit. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't, you know what I mean? But when somebody's actually talking about some real stuff, then you should listen. But like I say, man, you can't think that you can't do the regular stuff. You have the power to put the dude that allegedly killed Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle didn't have to get where the dude get took into court. That's basically what happened. We call it court. And what court mean is somebody say you got to go to court. You get took into court. Like in the news and on TV, you might heard that they disciplined the dude. Like they heard the dude was a snitch and they disciplined him and told him to come in the hood no more. See, Nipsey Hussle has the power to where I don't even have to talk to you, bro. Right? I could just put that hit out on you and you dead. But Nipsey didn't do that. Nipsey tried to come at him like a regular street. But see, you got to realize you putting your hands on somebody. And not this dude may have killed niggas. He may, excuse my language, he may have killed people. He may ride down on people, shoot at people, rob people. So he ain't no, you got to just take it as this ain't no dude that you just walk up and y'all took him to court talking about get out the hood. Right, you know what I'm saying? Ain't like, bro, right, everybody ain't like that, man. Right. Everybody ain't finna just sit up here and take no ass whooping. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you got to realize that, and this is not speaking to Nipsey Hussle, this is speaking to just the future you know what I'm saying, the people that will come after him that will try that. We gotta look at all the scenarios and why it is important to start off. If you looking at Nipsey Hussle and you're encouraged to want to join a gang or be a part of some affiliation, don't do it. Right? You know, stay out of it. Because the time when if you be one of those people that you started off banging, but then all of a sudden you got to change your heart and you want to change. Well, what's the bad thing? It's always a good thing that you want to change over a new leaf. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good thing. But you got to understand that people don't, because you changed your life, right, and you want to be this person now, it's people that you shot at, bro. Right. They don't care about what you became. And some people, and you got to understand that. And so my advice is just never get into no type of affiliation with some type of gang or anything like that, because they don't want you. A lot of these people, we looking at rappers on TV, man. These rappers ain't even gang bangers, bro. Right, you know what I'm saying? These rappers are just, some of these rappers didn't start off as no gang banger. They just took on that role because, like when you got Snoop Dogg, and I'm not finna throw no shade at Snoop Dogg and say Snoop Dogg ain't from Rolling 20s crib. But what I'm just using Snoop Dogg as an example, are people that are back in that day, that when gang banging was popular, when gang banging was promoted, it's people that they ain't necessarily a gang banger. They just feel like if they do some gangster rap, it's a lady named Boss. Some people might call her Lady Boss, but her name, if you look at her record, it just say Boss. Now, she was a lady that came out, a light-skinned chick that's not even from California. Right. This chick is from like New York or you know, somewhere else. You know what I mean? It was this chick named Boss, came out like in the mid 80s, the early 90s or something like that. They had a pretty hot song, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And this woman had $30,000 from it was either a lawsuit settlement or it was from like a settlement from her marriage. Like she was married and she got, and he had to give her $30,000, or somehow she ended up with $30,000. She took that $30,000, talked to some people, and that's how they got the music. But that woman, in order to sell the records, if you look at Boss, right? If you look at this lady, she got on the whole Dickie uniform. Right. She got on a Dickie shirt, a Dickie. Right. And if you look at it, you're going to think, the first thing you're going to think is she from California. And you're going to think she's from California and she's some type of gangbanger. But the crazy thing about it is, this woman, she isn't from California, and she's not a gangbanger. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's just that people do that because they feel like if that's what's hot, just like a lot of these people, they gonna start auto-tuning and stuff like that because they feel like, well, that's what's happening. If you don't do that, nobody will listen to you. All right. So you're gonna do what you have to do, and you're gonna put the money toward whatever's gonna work, which is cool. But us as the audience, us as the listeners, what we need to know is that some of these people is not really, you know what I'm saying, gangbangers are really about their life. You know what I'm saying? Because in the real hood, when you walking down the street, the stuff that these rappers be talking about or they be doing, or you see them in interviews and you see this and that, you know good darn well, in your hood, ain't no dude walking around caring about no damn community. You got probably one dude, Nipsey Hussle and his brother now, they the ones that wanted to rebuild the community and do that. But for the rest of them cats, man, ain't now a person in there thinking about rebuilding their community or buying up some property or none of that. You know what I'm saying? They about dope dealing and they will kill you. They will roll down on you and smoke you on some gangbanging shit. You feel me? So don't get caught up in this whole thing, because we know, you know, as the audience, as the citizens, that when you walk through your hood, is there people in there walk every day? You look up your people that you grew up, there's people, your homeboy, that was affiliated with the same little hood you was. It's hard to find It's hard to find a Big Mike. Uh, it's hard to find people like that. That's actually doing stuff in the community. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find people like Nipsey Hussle and his brother. You know what I'm saying? They be doing stuff like that in the community. For one, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? We know that this stuff really don't happen like that. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And although you try to say, okay, I'm a turn a new leaf, let's get this straight, black people. We killing up each other, but talking about uplifting the community. You see where I'm going with this? Right. You that doesn't even go together unless you're gonna just kill off all the other blocks, right? Kill everybody on every other block and then buy up everything on that block, right? If you gonna do that, then that make a lot of sense. But you can't be running around gang banging. You feel what I'm saying? And then trying to uplift a community, right? Because it ain't really that the community won't respect it, because I respect it. All these artists that send their love to Nipsey Hussle, they respect it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Right. But guess what? Right. Somebody in your own hood, right, don't respect you, man. Right. It's always a killer out there lurking for you when you least expect it. Right. And it's not due to, you know, them just having a hate for you. What it is due to is because they live in this hood, man. Right. They live in this atmosphere, bruh. Right. And you stepped to them. Right. And you made them less of a man. Hey, you know, right. And you told them to get out your hood. Right. See how you went from doing good for your community to doing bad that fast. Right. Over somebody snitching. And this is a point that I want to try to reach out, because although that dude snitched, the better thing to do is to quit going off of this snitch shit, because you're wrong. Right? You can't sit up here and run around shooting up the neighborhood and shooting up people, right? And then talking about the snitching ain't good. Well, why shouldn't I snitch? Why shouldn't that lady call the police on you? You just came and shot up her house looking for her son, looking for her grandson. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. Why shouldn't her grandson snitch on you? Right. You just came to his grandmother's house and shot up his grandmother's house like she don't even live there. Right. You know what I'm saying? You had no respect. Like, people be having no respect and then say you can't snitch. Well, why should I respect you not to snitch? You couldn't even appropriately catch me slipping outside of my grandmother's house, outside of my mother's house, outside of my family's house. You couldn't even catch me slipping. You had to come. You rolled up to their house. And I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut and protect your identity. You see what I'm saying? And we call that respect. How you respect somebody when you just shot them up? How you respect somebody you just shot their shit up because they said fuck your set, and you rolled up on them and be like, said whatever you said, and they was like fuck your set. All right, nigga, what you say? And that call, and now you want to kill somebody, because let's look at it this way. Let's just take blood out the equation, right? Because we really don't need blood. No, we don't need no bloods. All right, we don't need no bloods. Let's just look at it this way. You know what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What I mean, community revolution in progress. That was for the community. We supposed to be looking at each other. How did we get to this point? Don't tell on me. Or what? Why should I hold your secret? All right. Why should I have that much respect for you to hold you down? What I'm saying is, there was a. I love Nipsey Hussle and I respect Nipsey Hussle, but I want people to get this. You can't be trying to do right by the community, but leave one person out of the whole thing. Because that you got to understand people's feelings and people's emotions and what the average person might feel like. Right. It's kids in school being bullied, they're being bullied. You know what I'm saying? If you wake up, you know what I mean? Uh Impossible Monique, you know what I'm saying? My name is, you know what I'm saying, Loud and Crazy, the rapper nobody heard of. Or you can just call me Antonio, the name my mother gave me. And I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? For tuning in. And if you don't want to give that like, I appreciate it. But back to what I was saying about, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to uplift the community. You feel what I'm saying? But you told us one person, thanks. You know, I mean, you told us one person, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can't be a part of this community revolution in progress. Because why? Because you're a snitch. Uh, How does that person feel? A person, a person in we had a dude that go to a movie theater, shoot up like 60 some odd people. Do you know the type of guy he was? He was the type of guy that gets bullied, that gets his feelings hurt. Right. When we talk about Columbine and kids going up in the school to kill other kids, these are kids who was repeatedly bullied, to people, kids who was repeatedly cast away. What we got to understand as adults and as people, that hurts people's feelings inside when you are putting them out there to be laughed at in front of so many people. See, that dude that may have shot Nipsey Hussle, he had to take a walk of shame. He had to witness people say, "You a snitch." Boom, 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 boom. Beat him up in front of everybody's looking. We know how men are, right? One thing about men is we don't like to get beat up in front of our women. As a matter of fact, we don't even like to get beat up or lose games or lose competition while women are watching. That's a male thing. I even know how that feels. But I take it in consideration to say, well, watch how you treat somebody, because that person might come back to try to kill you. Out of some type of vendetta, out of some type of whatever they got in their head. And again, like I say, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, because I really, really, you know what I'm saying, respected Nipsey Hussle and everything he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Everything not just what he was trying to do, but the stuff that he already had achieved and the things that was coming into play, as far as the Dr. Sebi documentary, from him buying out stores and giving people's jobs and stuff. Look at all this great stuff that he was doing. We can't forget about that. But for those, when you get to that level and you get to that height, you have to take everybody in. That man might be a snitch, but snitching is childish. Only kids and people that grow up with the wrong guidance believe that if you don't snitch, although they disrespected your mother, although they shot up her house, although they shot her car up, that don't snitch, although they killed your brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I personally myself didn't know Dr. Sebi to Nipsey Hussle. I rocks with Nipsey Hussle. And if I scrolling down YouTube and I see an interview with Nipsey Hussle, most of the time I'm probably going to stop and check it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first time I heard of Dr. Sebi, and I heard of his mental, how he promoted, you know, the health, that the health, like his thing was, in order to be rich, in order to be wealthy, you have to have good health and good mental health. Mm. Yeah. I understand that and I respect that. Right. And I believe in that because that's what I'm all about. You know what I mean? I'm about, but what I'm really about is about human behavior and the things that we do to one another. And then we say, but see, the thing, what I'm trying to separate is here is the good and the bad, because we got a guy who did so much good, but the bad that was that the negative stuff when we say you gang banging, I'm from a part of affiliation. That's when you got all this good stuff going on, and you know what I'm saying, but you're a gangbanger, right, which would most definitely lyrically, that's what I'm saying. Educate the young, but educate them because you can't mix the bad with a good. You can't have a gangbang out here doing who knows what in the street, but he's also helping the community. Mm, right. He's rebuilding his hood, but he go over here to the other hood, right? You know what I mean? And terrorize their hood. Mm, right. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we got to teach people across the board righteousness. Supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Uh, like I say, if it would have been me, you know what I mean? If I was in the same shoes, you know what I mean? But I've already done it because I know that it was the thing to do. Now, me personally, I'm a person that was a affiliated gangbanger. And the crazy thing about it, I don't like to say it, but I was affiliated from the same set. I wasn't from the same block that Nipsey Hussle was from, or you know what I'm saying? But I was affiliated with the Rolling 60s. Just the same as, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the reality is this: I have to let that go in order to see. This is the thing, especially now we're talking about children. We're talking about the youth, right? See, this is how children work. You see what I'm saying? If you're a mother and a father, if you're a mother and a father, you know what I'm saying? And you say, but you don't have no education. You get up every day, you go to work at McDonald's or Wendy's. Right, right. So when you wake up in the morning to get your kids ready for school, and your kids a little bit older, 13 or 12 or something, where they have some type of intellect, right? See, that's going to make it hard for you to push them, right? Because they don't keep throwing in your face, even if it's not in your face. What they said behind your back or in your face, right, they saying, well, you don't have an education. You say, well, go to school. Why should I go to school? You didn't go to school. Right. You see what I'm saying? Mm. So, that tends to be a problem because this is what we're going to continue to go through. Like this wonderful lady said, uh, uh, Impossible Monique, just like she said, you know what I mean? We have to educate, and but you can't educate with if see, the thing is, the bad stuff outweighs the good stuff. Mm. And the good stuff is made to look good through media and TV. Mm. So when we listening, and like I said, I don't want to discredit nobody or throw shade at nobody, but I have to be honest, and I might use some examples, using some people's names or whatever to make these points. Like you might have the Migos or you might have Cardi B, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hot rappers, right? They hot right now. They're at the top of the charts, right? But everything that they talk about is so negative. Mm. You got Cardi B. She's now your daughter. You got kids and stuff, right? They young, right? They sitting up here and love Cardi B, right? And so anytime somebody mentions Cardi B, Anytime somebody mentions Cardi B, if the TV say Cardi B, the kids or whoever that's obsessed with Cardi B, they go to the TV, they see him with Cardi B at Cardi B having an interview, Cardi B's on David Letterman, who cares? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. So this is what I'm getting at. So one day they hear that Cardi B's on TV, they run to the TV, turn on the TV, Cardi B on TV. Guess what they hear? Cardi B is doing a award show for the porno industry. She's up here performing her songs. Because they have a pornography award ceremony where porn stars receive accolades for who knows for who knows what, okay? And Cardi B is going to open up the show for him. You see how negative it gets? That's why you have to be. That's why, like I say, as far as the gangbanging, I had to let it go. I was a guy who wore all blue. Now I can show, if I was in my room, I can show red hats, blue, green hats, all kind of little different colors I will wear, from yellow to green to blue to orange. And it was some colors that I wouldn't even think about wearing. That was, it would never happen. But now, you know what I'm saying? I most definitely wear any color, every color. I do not affiliate myself with any gangs or anything, because if some young person or some young youth comes and I'm trying to give them some advice and I'm saying, yo, don't do this, don't do that, the first thing they're going to look me up and down and just say, you know, well, why you doing it? You know what I mean? And even though, you know what I'm saying, that's a stupid question from the youngster, you just saying, you know, you young, you don't know, you know what I'm saying, any better, you know what I mean? But you are right. The kid would be right, like, well, you a gangbanger. So, you know, why haven't you burned your flag and threw your flag away? But so the kid would have a point. And you see how it's hard to try to reach the youth if the youth look at you as, that's basically like Bill Cosby, right? I mean, hey, it's like, yo, change the world, let's do this, let's educate ourselves, let's do this, let's do that, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, you look up and Bill Cosby has been put in prison for dropping drugs in women's drinks. So now if Bill Cosby came out of nowhere and said, hey, people, educate yourself, guess what the majority of the people are going to say? They're going to say, hell no, we ain't going to listen to you, Bill Cosby. You're a woman. You're a rapist. You know what I'm saying? So you can't keep having keep conflicting and seeping up into the message, into the message you're trying to deliver to the youth or to whoever you're trying to deliver it to. You're trying to deliver to people with mental health. And let me tell you, we talking about kids, but people with mental health is more different, because a lot of times kids with mental health, you know what I'm saying, it's more easier. But when you're dealing with adults with mental health, because adults already experienced it, they don't want, you know what I mean? And then if you go so many years without being treated for mental health, you going to, when somebody points out these, you know what I'm saying, things about you and tries to get you to get some help for yourself, you're going to, the average adult will get offended by you telling them that something could be wrong with them mentally. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hard thing to do, but we need to learn a lesson, because I don't want nobody to look at Nipsey Hussle and just take that he was rebuilding the community. It's so many different things that play into this, right? So you want to take into consideration, you know what I'm saying, how he died and what he did that caused somebody to come out of nowhere and take that man's life. It was something that Nipsey Hussle could have did and did in a better way. You know what I'm saying? And he will still be alive today because as a entertainer, as a positive role model in your neighborhood, you can't all of a sudden say, hey, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it is sad what happened to Nipsey Hussle, but we can't discredit the fact that you trying to rebuild a community, but keeping the violence and keeping the negative stuff in existence instead of trying to get rid of it. But it'll be hard. It's all kind of scenarios that happen. It's the Nipsey Hussle is from a place where people sell drugs and dope and pimp and pander women all day long. And you think if Nipsey Hussle says, I'm buying this whole block, and on this whole block, I don't want any pimping and pandering. I don't want any drugs being sold. I want to change the community. I want this community to be uplifted, and we don't have to worry about stuff like that. But guess what? You live in the hood, right? Right. You live in a violent community. It's some guys that's not going to want to stop selling dope. Right. It's some guys that's not going to want to stop soliciting women. Right. And when you come and say stop this, them guys are probably going to try to take action. Mm. This is stuff we need to be worried about, but this all derives from a negative space. You say, well, you got the negative stuff in that space, and then you try and do good. What happens? Something negative comes out of nowhere and then takes you away or takes whatever away from you. You know what I mean? And the objective is, but his objective obviously is complete. So let's give, like I say, a high praise and thank you to Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, what I'm saying, he probably had more to give, but as of the present time right now, his mission was complete. All that he done will be remembered. Those stores, which I don't get when people try to say, oh, it was a conspiracy because he was going to do this thing about Dr. Sebi, and they don't like Dr. Sebi and all this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't to me personally, it wasn't anything that had to do with them trying to take him away because of Dr. Sebi. It had everything to do with the environment the environment that you come from, and be the same environment that'll kill you. Everybody, the thing is, you leave if you want to be a rapper or entertainer. Most likely, when it comes to rapping and entertaining, as far as rapping and singing stuff like that, I can almost if you ain't got a good friend, like a lot of friends and stuff like that in the local area where you live, that's going to come out and support you every time you do a show. Let me tell you something, man. Trying to be a rapper in your own hometown, a lot of people are not going to are not going to support you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not going to support you. But you know what? You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people will leave, their hometown in order to be successful and then come back to their hometown. But a person like Nipsey Hussle did it from his hometown, did it from his own streets, did it from his own block. And you know what I'm saying? I just want to commend the brother, for everything he done. I grew up in the same hood that look exactly like, I know a lot of places with those little busted down, ran down shopping plazas with, foreign people who run it that don't like you, that treat you like shit, that boost up prices illegally. Like I go to a store down the street to get a crushed soda, and everybody in Georgia, right? I'm pretty sure everybody in Georgia know this, that the crushed soda costs $1.01. Right? You know what I mean? But guess what? I go to the little foreign store down the street by my job, right? And guess what happened? Sometimes the dude get sell it to me for $1.01. Then sometimes he'll sell it to me for $1.89. And that's how they play. You know what I'm saying? So I commend Nipsey Hussle on taking over a territory and, trying to make something positive out of it. But this is my advice to the next person and the next person who's going to come in line to do the same thing Nipsey Hussle did. If before you go ahead and drop the negative, if you're going to be on some positive stuff. because it's a thing about the devil, man. Once you play with the devil, if you want to live in the devil's lane, when you try to go ahead and say, okay, I'm done with the devil's lane and get out of that lane, the devil not done with you.
Mm.
That's the thing about when you live in a negative space and try to turn it and try to make positive inside of negative. Right. You can't make positive inside of a negative space. That's just the reality of it. And we keep going through this time and time again, and it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? It's hard to figure out, but we got to start shedding some light on different possibilities and scenarios that can happen just because of the word gangbanger. Right. Just the word rolling 60, just the word blood, or just the word click or GD or whatever you from, man. Just it's just that we have to completely be on a positive level. And you come from guns, rap that story. I think a lot of these rappers say, I'm just rapping about where I came from. But if you listen to the content of their music, bro, you just did this the other day. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even a story. These dudes are rapping to other guys. You got a dude named, what's his name? Mo3. It's some loud talking dude, some new rapper named Mo3 or something, and he going off on T Beezy or somebody. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. You know what I'm saying? But when they be rapping, you're not rapping about. You're not rapping about the environment you came from. You're basically on an album telling another dude that you got the chopper, that you keep the chopper. So this ain't got nothing. That rap is not about the environment you came out of. That's something you saying that you gonna do right now. This can pop off within the next day, a week or two. You know what I'm saying? You and this dude T Busy could be shooting at each other. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, we rapping about these guns. All I'm asking for all rappers, man, don't rap about what you would do today and you got the chopper right now. You keep choppers, man. If you really rapping about the environment you came from, then share those stories with us. Write those stories down about back in the day when you had the chopper and you had to let the chopper off. And you was doing a lot of bad stuff. Because if the message at the end of these songs are not about drop the gun. These dudes are saying keep the gun. Keep the gun, kill. That's all they talking about. That's all they talking about. And unfortunately, even though I listen to Nipsey Hussle's music and he's be on some different stuff across the spectrum, and he be on some deep intellect and educated and mental type stuff, you know what I'm saying, cautious type stuff. At the end of the day, I got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You still talking about guns and you still talking about, you know what I mean? But if you telling the story, man, you telling the story of something in the past. But if you talking about what you would do right now because you got this money and you can buy these choppers and you can buy this and buy that, man, stop doing that because that stuff is just promoting the wrong thing, man. And people are not growing. These kids are not growing up wanting to be anything other than that. That's what they focused on. That's what, and like I say, man, from where I'm from, man, people do that all the time, man. People do that all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling these kids, man, be your own G, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bring your own OG. Tell yourself what to do. Tell yourself when you can get down, when you need to get down. Tell yourself when not to get down. Tell yourself when to drop the gun. Tell yourself when to don't go off nobody, because a lot of these people selling dopes and making moves and stuff, bro, they don't even need a click to do it. If you seen the movie American Gangster, you don't need a lot of people to do to make these moves, man. You don't need a lot of people to do that. So again, those are just a few things that I wanted to point out, and I'm just winging it right now, and I'm just going off the top of the head because I just got off to work, and I just wanted to share that I'm nobody important, but I'm somebody to myself. I'm important to myself, and I love myself. And my mother used to ask me, "Do you love yourself?" I'd be like, "Yeah." She was like, "Well, why do you do that? Why do you do the stuff? Why do you get yourself in trouble if you love yourself so much? Why do you do this and that and you do that?" If you love yourself so much, when I got older, I had to say, do I love myself? Yeah. Well, why am I in prison? Right? Why am I standing here with a bullet hole in my leg? Why am I standing here with this big scar on my arm with these broken ribs? Hey, why did I just get jumped, got bust all in the head with rocks? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got flaws all in my head, scars all, you know what I'm saying? Just different type of stuff all over my body. And if you, I love myself though. Hey, I love myself when I said I'm my own G. I don't need to be following behind nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm my own G. I can do this. You don't need all these homeboy partners to even do half the stuff that you want to do. Yeah, that's bad. You can go to school by yourself, man. Yeah, you can go to college you can enroll in college by yourself. Right. You don't need no whole crew or nothing to do that. Right. You can go fill an application at any job you want to by yourself. You do not need a lot of people to help you do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but again, that's all I'm gonna say, man. It was just some points that I was trying to make, and I hope a lot of people don't take this the wrong way because, again, like I say, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, and you know what I'm saying, condolences to the Crenshaw neighborhood that he was helping rebuild. And the people, and condolences to the people that was close to him, that was in that neighborhood, and the people that knew him, and the people that admired him and respected, the work that he was putting in from all the kids. You know what I mean? That he helped build the schools and put new basketball courts and all that stuff in the school, and he spent a lot of time with the kids. I know that the kids are probably missing them. Condolences, you know what I'm saying, for the kids, like I say, for his family, for his daughters, and for any celebrities and all the celebrities that he knew, the music, from the music to the movies and stuff like that respected him and that's feeling his loss. And you know what I'm saying, let's all just try to do better and know that if you start something off in a negative space, right, you're not going to come out on the other end on a positive note. You know what I mean? You're not going to come in. But I'm gonna get ready to end this real quick. But I want to. I'm trying to figure out how to get these messages because a brother just. Um, See what I'm saying? Exactly. I know what he was doing. Right. I know what he was doing. Right. But again, you see how a negative result came out of him doing so much positive. Because this, like I said before, the devil is a bad man. You know what I mean? When it comes to persuasion and when it comes to once he the devil is basically misguidance. When you're misguided and you grow up in gangs in this environment and less, it's so much stuff involved in how this even got started with this gang banging stuff, from us being in black people being enslaved to come out of slavery, the civil rights movement, the Black Panthers movement, from the Black Panthers movement turning into the community revolution in progress. But at the same time, it's our job to say, see, what we did not do in those times was reject. When the stuff poured into the hoods and poured into the streets, when the violence, the madness, what we chose to we chose to fight violence with violence. We chose to, you know what I'm saying, take the dope. At first, we was like, well, we just going to sell it to the white folks and the people that's not our race, but the money hunger. And the Bible says, money is the root to all evil when not used appropriately, when it's not used right. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to put out here is I love Nipsey Hussle and I respect Nipsey Hussle. I've been listening to him ever since Bullets Has No Name. And I'm talking about when before I even seen him in the sophomore or the freshman double XL and all that and read about him because I don't really read the double XL any damn way, but I already knew about Nipsey Hussle, Bullet Has No Name, when he first popped on the scene. And this is what I'm talking about. I didn't just get it 2 or 3 years ago. When Nipsey Hussle came onto the scene with Bullets Has No Name, I had it within months or a year to when it came out. But see, I like Nipsey Hussle, but we can't allude to the fact, I have to allude to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like I say, when you coming out of a negative thing trying to be positive, you have to be positive all the way around because the negative thing still exists. When we say Nipsey Hussle doing this from the hood, when we say Nipsey Hussle is doing this for the hood, he's still a gangbanger. Now ask yourself, is gang right? I don't want to hear no, this is the way it is, brother, because that's what we fail every time. We don't have to accept that. Right. We don't have to live by that or even engage in that. This is all stigmatic into the brain. It's all programmed into us. When they make the moves they make, they before the move is made that they want to make, they program us first through the media, through the TV, stigmatically putting this stuff and beating it into your head. And then when it hits your hood, you saying, well, that's all. I grew up in the hood. I've heard black people say this over and then. This is all it is. This is what it is, man. This is all that's not all you got, man. You got to learn to take less instead of want more. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's the thing. You're like, well, we ain't gonna get nowhere because you looking over there across the street at the suburban neighborhood and you see these white people, they riding, ain't no little violence going on in their hood, ain't nobody over there shooting and popping. But when you go across the street over to the poverty, right? They shooting and everything over there. Now, how did this stuff not seep over to here? And if you don't know what's going on, bruh, then you gonna continue to forever be lost. The thing why that suburban area and why nothing is going on over there, because they don't snitch. Right. If you come in their yard and you doing something, they're gonna tell on you, they're gonna call the police. Right. You know, they ain't got no problem with telling. They don't have, they not finna sell drugs over there. They're not finna sell drugs in their hood. They're not doing any half the stuff, the violence, the killing, the black on black crime, the murders, the robbing, that's not happening over there. And it don't have to happen over here either. Everybody in this little broke province area right here can get their butt up and go to work just like everybody else. It's a job out there for everybody. Now it might not pay what you want, but we gotta learn how to stick with something and just work it until we develop more from it. I'm telling you, if we live this type of lifestyle and do these type of things, I'm telling you, good is going to come from it. But you gotta turn over a whole good leaf in exchange for the negative leaf. You can't have everybody know you can fold a leaf in half. Every leaf have a straight line going straight down the bottom of the leaf. You know what I mean? You can fold a leaf in half. You can have a negative and a but guess what? You know what I'm saying? You'll see a leaf, right? You will pick the leaf off of the branch or whatever, off of the stem or whatever, and you will look at the leaf. You will look at one side of the leaf, nothing's wrong with it. You look at the other side of the leaf, it has molded, burnt looking holes in it. You know what I mean? Now, this leaf, even though there's a positive side to this leaf, that one negative side right there make this whole leaf bad. It don't matter how good this one side of this leaf is doing, right? There's still a negative part to this leaf. And that negative part is 100 times stronger than that positive part. So you're gonna need the whole leaf in order to make it positive. You're gonna have this whole leaf be positive. Right. You can't have the half the leaf positive while you over here engaging in negative stuff. It's just not gonna happen that way. And I just want people to realize that because we can get mad and angry, but that's the stick mad into your mind and get mad and angry over something that's just the truth. Because my thing is this: when God dropped down here, He not trying to hear nothing about I'm bad but I'm good over here. Right? You can't do all that. That's not gonna fly with Him. Right. That's not gonna fly with Him. So we can get mad at the fact what I'm saying or what, but you know what? It's not gonna fly with God that way. Right? It's not. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get on the same page as far as trying to do right all the way across the board. If you're going to say, you know what, I want to help black people, or I want to help any people, and I want to help communities, I help rebuild, I help charities, I help mental health, people with mental health, I want to help battered women, I want to help, molested children, I want to help rape victims, I want to help, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever you want to help, you got to know that in order to help them correctly, you got to turn over a new leaf. We keep getting misled by people who's halfway good and halfway bad, and then at the end, like R. Kelly, and then you look up and oh crap, this dude messing with. See, you can't have the bad and the good. Right? You can't have the bad and the good together like this and think something's going to jail. That God specifically doesn't want to have anything to do with Satan. So for him and Satan to come together and mesh together, a negative and a positive, it's not working, even though we've been made and trained to believe, because you get a magnet, a negative, you got a positive, and then if you put them together, they stick together, and they stick together and make you think they belong together. But you know what? They don't belong together, because negative and positive is supposed to be positive and positive, not positive and negative. It just don't work. It just don't work that way. It just don't work. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, my time is done. I just wanted to get that off my chest because, for the last 2 days, that's been bothering me to see, a person that I was keeping up with, a person that I was bumping, especially one where he used the Hard Knock Life sample or whatever, that that whole Jay-Z Hard Knock Life, Hard Knock Life. That'll fire. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there, man. That's my guy right there. But look how the video started. You see what I'm saying? If you watch the beginning of that little movie scene, look how it started. You started with doing something negative. Let's steal this money and put it back into our hood, bruh. We ain't got to steal no money to put back into our hood, and we ain't got to take from nobody, man. You can make your money and stack your money without even having to do anything negative to get it. You can go to work and make an honest living just like everybody else, man. You know what I mean? But you got to know how to deal with less. You got to know how to just grow up and say less is better than more. Less is better than more. And know that the entertainment and know that the industry is going to try, it's going to put it in your head, and it's going to make you want to get out there and grind hard, and all these celebrities saying grind hard, and then we look up, like I say, and then they in something. They took them away, they lost money, but they weren't doing something right. They weren't doing this, they weren't doing that. But we'll listen to them because they celebrities. You know what I mean? And before I go, I like to also say that Nipsey Hussle, I had a homeboy, you know what I mean, that Nipsey Hussle flew to California. Or it was the other way around. The homie, I had a friend that went to California, and he knew Nipsey Hussle and he did a little rap with Nipsey Hussle that was on Bullets Has No Name. Right. He had a verse on a song with Bullets Has No Name. Now, my friend isn't on the Bullet Has No Name thing or nothing, right, as far as I'm aware. But my homeboy came down to California and Nipsey Hussle flew him back. Right. Because I don't really like to say where I'm from, but I'm from Oklahoma City. Right. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Right. You know what I mean? And the a lot of the people that's from where I'm from connect. Like if just to just put it out there, it's a song. Nipsey Hussle and Snoop Dogg have a mixtape, a song on a mixtape. I forgot what the name of the song is. It was Nipsey Hussle and Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg said, I even got 20 Crips in OKC in Akron, Ohio. Right, right. That's what Snoop, and that was a song with him and Nipsey Hussle, because Nipsey Hussle could probably just tell you the same thing that Snoop Dogg just said. Because literally in the Oklahoma is not a place where people create their own gangs and stuff. Even though we have gangs that was created, but Oklahoma is so strong with California that we have a set down there called 24 karat Crip. You know what I'm saying? And they love set is Grape Street. Right. And Grape Street is out of California. You know what I mean? Right. So, and this is they love set. Basically like the same set. So this is how connected, like it. But like I said, it's maybe 2 or 3 gangs from where I'm from that was created from where I'm from. But other than that, every other gang, it's out of California, and they're not just banging it because they want to bang it. They actually do know dudes in Cali. You know what I'm saying? So my homeboy so I always, I was happy to hear that because it made me close to Nipsey Hussle. Now Nipsey Hussle doesn't know me. Don't know me from a can of paint. But it made me closer to Nipsey Hussle because here's a dude who actually knows Nipsey Hussle, and I'm talking to this guy. So my love for Nipsey Hussle went from here to now way up there now, because I know people who actually know Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? And Nipsey Hussle calls them to this same guy didn't like neighborhoods. I know this is crazy, but from where I'm from, you know what I mean? You got from where I'm from, you got neighborhood 60 and you got dudes that don't really bang neighborhood. They like West Side Rolling 60 Crip. Then you got West Side neighborhood Rolling 60 Crip. And the West Side 60s don't really like the neighborhood 60s, for some reason. And my homeboy was from a West Side and he didn't like the neighborhood 60s. But when he came back from Nipsey Hussle, he was straight up neighborhood. He was straight up neighborhood all day. And that's what made me have to change, because I don't like changing. Somebody come tell me I'm from this, I don't want to later on I'm from that. So we ain't even gonna play that game. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. I hope that I, could make some points here, and I hope that I can touch some people. And for the people that tuned in, and like I said, I got a few messages here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just go ahead, like I say, Impossible. You know what I'm saying? Impossible Monique. You know what I'm saying? And we got another guy. You know what I'm saying? Garchito Jr. I said, hey brother, hey brother, can we appreciate Rollo before it's all too also too late? And I gotta look up this guy Rollo, whoever he talk about. Uh, you know what I'm saying? He owns multiple buildings, lets his people live in his apartment for free, and was investing tons of cash into his community. So let's give a shout out to Uh, you know what I'm saying? Let's give a shout out to you know what I'm saying, Rollo, and the people who did tune in to comment or anything like that. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It really made it a lot more interesting to, you know what I'm saying, answer questions and to feed off that, and we feed off each other. But again, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give another moment of silence, 6 seconds. 6 seconds moment of silence for Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I already miss you, man. I hope y'all got. I hope that he has some music that was gonna come out, because this last album, this official album he dropped. Yo, I can't even skip a song, man. I cannot skip a song. You know what I'm saying? All the songs are fire that I've heard so far. Um, I just hope he has some new music, man. He was working on that, but once that new music pop out, man, you know, you know what I mean. It's just a brother, man. That you know, what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean. And like I said, man, I missed the dude already, man. I think he was Nipsey Hussle was a type of dude that was cool, that would be cool with me if he knew me, man. And I'm not just all in the right mind, and you know what I'm saying. But I think Nipsey Hussle, if he met me, he'd be cool with me, man. Because Nipsey Hussle remind me of somebody, from in the hood, that was cool, that was mad cool, that was balling though, man. He was balling, you was scared to ball like that because you didn't want to sell that much dope. Nah, you were scared to put your hands on that much dope, But Nipsey Hustle type dude that come through, roll up, man, and he show a lot of love for you. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta turn this gang banging situation to where we got all these different sets into just one overall unified thing, man. Quit killing each other, uplift communities, and really with positivity all the way across the board. That way, you know what I'm saying? When you positive all the way across the board, it is almost impossible. It is crazy. It is difficult for anything to come out of nowhere and take you out of this world. So when we get another brother like Nipsey Hussle, man, let's protect him by being positive all the way across the board, man. Being positive all the way across the board, unifying. If black people really want to be successful and uplift and make and do whatever we trying to do, you know what I'm saying, for our people, man, we got to be positive all the way. We can't be going outside killing brothers and then coming back talking about, yeah, we trying to rebuild our. No. Stop killing brothers. Stop the black on black violence. Stop putting the brothers down because they don't got no pair of Jordans or they ain't got no pair of Kanye's or something. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have what you have. And let's quit looking down on people or people that don't. Hey man, I went to a Atlanta Hawks game or whatever, and I was outside. I had about $5 worth of quarters, just sitting in my pocket. I had about five. I went outside, man, and I just started just whatever I had, man. I was just giving it to them, man. And people were walking past them. Now walking past with more money than me, man. Walking past them, man. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, we got to stop doing that. And that's another black person you just walk past. What community does he live in? What community does he live in? How is he impoverished? What impoverished area? Can I buy something from that area? Can I offer this man a job? Let's offer each other jobs. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Give each other jobs. Black people had this thing like you can't make no mistake, period, even though we so flawed and we continue to make mistakes over and over. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Look at somebody and say, oh, he's not going to get, because at any other job, they have to fire people and hire people. It's an endless cycle. It's a revolving door. People, even with them, people are gonna come in and they not gonna work, and you're gonna have to fire them. You're gonna give them a chance, and they not gonna do right by you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So quit looking at black people and saying, I don't want to give a person a job. Let's continue to give people jobs. Let's continue to set this road straight and this positive level. I want to give some quick shout outs right quick to a lot of people who I'm just giving basically from what I heard so far who gave their condolences to Nipsey Hussle. It was all over the place. I got from people that I wouldn't even think listen to that type of music or whatever. But Nipsey Hussle, like I say, was a different type of a gangster rapper. He was more lyrical and he was more conscious. So people on my page, MC Light, guy, you know what I'm saying? Twink, DL Hughley, you know what I'm saying? And then I also like to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Sandman and Oh God, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. For doing a little piece and a little work and put their input on it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I like to just randomly give a shout out to, I always give a shout out to Blue Pill, Red Pill, and Brother Rich, because, you know, these brothers are on subways, they on trains. You know what I mean? You'll catch them walking through a mall. You'll catch them outside standing on the streets of New York. And as people walk by, they're not scared. They're not scared or frightened or intimidated to show, you know, to speak out in the streets so people walking by can hear, so they can try to enlighten as many people as they can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And any people that's affiliated with them. You know what I'm saying? I want to send a shout out to them. I want to send a shout out to Dr. Sabby. You know what I'm saying? That's just for Nipsey Hussle. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's for Nipsey Hussle right there. You know what I'm saying? I want to and then just for anybody that I missed, you've been showing your condolences, and I can't forget also, I like to most definitely give a shout out to oh my God, it's a New York rapper. His name is not Mano. His name is what is this guy's name? Mason. I want to give a shout out to Mason for trying to build this. He's supposed to try to do some type of movement. Basically, what he was saying, basically what it's about is when the police shoot one of us, we want to march. When a white man shoots one of us, we want to march. But when we kill each other, again, when we kill each other, we don't march for that. To stop killing each other. Real strong and powerful. He's trying to put a movement together to march. Not just, even though it was caused by Nipsey Hussle's death. You feel me? But this is just not for Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? This is just, every time a brother kills another brother, a brother rapes a sister, a brother pimps a sister, a brother drugs a sister, a brother drugs a brother, robs a brother, kills a brother. Let's march for that. You know what I'm saying? To stop that. You know what I mean? I truly, you know what I'm saying, respect that. I truly respect that. For all the people that tuned in, you know what I'm saying? I gotta like. I gotta like. Most definitely appreciate it. Appreciate it most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know what I mean? I don't do this. I don't really care. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For subscribes and likes. I just get on here to share my mind and input, and whoever stumbles up on it. But you know what I'm saying? I hope I reached. I hope I mentioned a lot of people that I wanted to mention, and I hope that I didn't forget about anything that I wanted to talk about. Uh, like I said, this is just straight up off the head. But you know what I'm saying, that's my time. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And then I also appreciate what Nipsey Hussle did for his community. And I hope that his brother and that the people that was a big part of helping him start his brand there, not just Nipsey Hussle, because this ain't Nipsey Hussle's brand. Really, a lot of the credit goes to his older brother. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Which people forgetting about. So let's, you know what I'm saying, try to keep his brother uplifted and keep those stores open, keep the marathon brand going, keep the Nipsey Hustle legacy going, and keep on rebuilding the community. And but one thing I like to say to Nipsey Hussle's older brother and anybody that's going to end up ultimately doing what Nipsey Hussle and his brother been doing, you know what I'm saying? When you got a brother that, like the brother who killed Nipsey Hussle, man, don't turn that brother away because people say he a snitch or whatever for whatever reason, man. Embrace that brother. Somebody come and say this brother's gay. You know what I'm saying? Embrace that brother. That brother's a part of that community. You know what I'm saying? Somebody comes and say this brother is a crackhead. Embrace that brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't care about the reason. That's a human being just like anybody else. And yeah, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is, man. You know what I mean? And uh also I want to say uh con- um also I want to say, you know, I wish that brother the best, and I'm only saying that because that's the right thing you should. I know what he done is wrong. He took out one of the best, one of the realest. Right. You know what I'm saying? In this game, that you know what I mean? It's not many of them. It's not many people like Nipsey Hussle that comes into the game. Right. You know what I'm saying? I understand he took away a good brother, he took away a real brother. You know what I'm saying? But let's you know what I'm saying, pray for that man, and you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, don't keep throwing away people because they're a bust or whatever we want to call them, man. Embrace that brother too. They say that brother was a snitch. Embrace that brother, man. Embrace you know, they say, you know, he a crack. Embrace that brother. If you trying to rebuild a community and trying to repair the community, you know what I'm saying? Then that brother's a part of the community. That crackhead is a part of the community. That prostitute is a part of the community. Help these people. Don't turn them away because them people are being turned away in front of this whole community. How do you feel out of all these people in the community? You're the one that's being turned away. I can imagine how they feel. It's killing me to be turned away from a community just thinking about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? If, not long somebody telling you that you got to leave dayhood, and that can cause a tragic, you know what I'm saying, outcome. As we see, we got a good brother gone, and then we got a bad brother who Nipsey Hussle could have made a good brother. You know what I'm saying? He could have helped that brother. That brother was part of the community, whether we want to look at it or not. He was turned away for something that we caught up on, snitching and all this stuff like that. That's the community, man. He a snitch. We love that brother. We love that brother. Uh, yeah, mad. Again, appreciate that comment, brother. Mad love for Nipsey Hussle, mad love. But let's learn from Nipsey Hussle, man. Let's learn from Nipsey Hussle. That's what I'm trying to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle did a lot for his community, but you know what I'm saying? He Nipsey Hussle did a lot for his community, but you know what I'm saying, he turned the brother away, man. So take it as yourself, as you as that brother. You seeing him rebuild this community, but he's looking at you saying, "Get out. You can't. You don't belong in this community." That hurt your feelings, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't right what that man did, and it wasn't right that he took a real one. Nipsey Hussle was, like I said, my partner. I had a partner that flew down and was almost able to get on the track on Bullets Ain't Got No Name with Nipsey Hussle. And my partner, he was from 60 from where I'm from. But from where I'm from, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the gangs in Oklahoma is heavily the gang straight up. They know, like Snoop Dogg and Nipsey Hussle did a song, like I was saying a while ago, where what I'm saying, Snoop Dogg gave a shout out to Oklahoma City, where I'm from. And it's just ironic that he was on the track with Nipsey Hussle, because what Nipsey Hussle claim, or gang he's affiliated with, it is the same gang that exists, and those people go back and forth from California to where I live, so they heavily connected. So I know some people that was real, that know Nipsey Hussle personally, and I'm telling you, when I heard the Bullets Ain't Got No Name, I like Nipsey Hussle already. But when my homeboy said, yo, I kicked it with Nipsey, man, he was so excited about it. Wow, bro. I was like, yo, Nipsey Hussle's my guy. You cannot miss me on Nipsey Hussle. I love the dude's personality. It's almost like watching the movie, remember Hustle and Flow? If you ever seen Hustle and Flow, I know I'm not the only one that said, I know that dude. I know that dude personally. I met him before. It's a dude I know that act just like him. That's how Nipsey Hussle was to me. I met so many dudes, came across so many real dudes like Nipsey Hussle, so I know Nipsey Hussle was a real person. But just like a lot of times, somebody came out of nowhere and took those people away from me. Just like they took Nipsey Hussle away from us and away from his family and away from his community, you know what I'm saying? Just by rejection, man. So all I'm saying is, when you're trying to do something positive in your neighborhood, even though you're doing so much positive, it's one time you will turn somebody away, and look what happened. That person came back and killed the dude. Even though that dude's in the wrong, you can't turn them away if you're trying to rebuild a community. You can't kick that dude out the community. You got to embrace everybody in that community, man. And that hurts, for, just like I said, for you to be that one person in that whole community, and the person that's rebuilding this community comes to you and say, you get out the community. If you're going to uplift people and you're going to heal and try to rebuild, you have to accept these people, man. Whether the people called him a snitch or not, if you're going to do right, man, because at the end of the day, it's all spirituality, man. And Nipsey Hussle talked a lot about energy and spirituality. And when you're dealing with spirituality, whether you want to deal with it or not, whether you believe in God, or you believe in Allah, or you believe in whatever you believe in, or whatever kind of God you believe in, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, God doesn't promote that whatsoever. God wants us all to come together as one. So there's no such thing as this guy's a snitch and this guy's a buster and this and that. We got to grow out of that as a black community, or as any community, or as just people in general, trying to bring other people and enlighten other people so we can unify. Because right now is not the time to be sitting up here getting into it with one another and with other communities, when we have the president, and when stuff is on a global scale now. Now what's going on in the world that's detrimental to everybody in the United States of America, and even so across the whole globe. You know what I'm saying? People are in danger, and this is what we don't know. This is what we overlooking. You know what I'm saying? We don't that dude that's snitching, man. Pull him, man. It's another dude that you can enlighten, bro. He don't. Everybody's misguided, bro. If you come from the hood that Nipsey Hussle came from, you misguided. Nipsey Hussle was misguided, and then he educated himself, enlightened himself, and a lot of we talk about Nipsey Hussle educating himself, enlightening himself, but what we don't give enough credit to, like I said, look to his big brother. That whole marathon, the Nipsey Hussle movement, the brand, everything that they was doing, his older brother was a bigger part of it, and his older brother was one of the guys who was coming up with these ideas. The Dr. Sebi thing, that was something Nipsey Hussle's brother and Nipsey Hussle was putting together themselves. He was an older brother. You can imagine that he enlightened and then guided. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? When that brother snitch, hey, brother, let us guide you. Let us guide you. I didn't mean to go over the borderline, like I say, man. Nipsey Hussle, man. Nipsey Hussle, if you hear me, man, rest pleasantly, brother. You did enough. Now it's our turn to pick up where you left off. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. It's so sad to hear that you gone. I'm so sorry to hear that you had that you had to go, man. But believe it or not, man, you completed a mission. You completed a few missions. It was a lot of more missions you could have completed, but you did enough. It's people that don't complete one mission in their whole lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You completed several missions, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I commend you on that. And people, please take heed to what you're not seeing. Take heed to what you're not seeing. Open your eyes to what you're not seeing. It's a difference between an illusion and a light. It's people here to enlighten you, and it's people here to put an illusion before you. So let's not get caught up in the illusion. Let's just be enlightened. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Love you, dog.